Hi, this is Mike Smith from Architects Digital Workshop, and a short video here on how I create um, three-dimensional rendered views for my clients so that they can get an idea of what the house that I'm designing for them is going to look like. So I have a house that I've already obviously done, and I have two views. On the left-hand side of the screen, I've got a three-dimensional model uh, already done. And then on the right hand of the screen, I have actually a site plan. So this is as if you're 50, say 50 feet above the house looking down on it. And as you can see on the left hand side with our three-dimensional view, it just has some blocked out colors and such. And that's good for me to kind of see what the house looks like, what we might call a massing model. I can see how roofs are, how walls plan out, what the windows look like, the deck, and such like that. And that might be helpful to the homeowner to look at it this way, but I'd like to give them a better version on what to look at. So I'm going to do a rendered view. Come over here and get the camera. So as you can see at the end of my pointer, it looks like there's a camera. Now this camera is 5 foot 6 feet above the main level of the house. So as you can see, the house is on a hill and the back part of the lot is lower than the front part of the lot. So the camera, and we will focus in, the camera is as if someone is sitting on this deck, wherever it is, and extend the deck both to the front of the house, the side, wherever. But that's the level. So if I go out here, if I come back to my site plan and I'm right here getting my view, you're actually off the ground. And the computer doesn't care, it just has a reference point where it's going to put the camera, which is 5 foot 6 above that main level, and the direction that you're going to shoot. Okay, so let's do one that way. So I'm going to be off in the backyard, off to the side, and then I click. And then as you can see, this gives you first the one in the middle is where you're pointing because you can point any direction. And the two side ones or the angled ones are like your eye. So what you're going to see. So if I click, so this is the view. Now, one thing, the human eye is an absolutely awesome part of your body. It compensates for so many things that when you get to a camera, which is what we've done here in the site plan, you have a camera. It has a lens, and that lens is limited. But fortunately, I can come in here and kind of correct, kind of widen the view out so that we get an idea of where the front part of the house here is up front covered by a tree, and the back part, which is where the deck is. Now, a couple things with this. The bigger I make it, the more time it will take to render the view. And I can already see that maybe not my site plan is not a completely accurate because I've got part of the site going through my steps. But it's good for demonstration purposes, as they say. Okay, so I then would take, I now have my view. I'm going to go up here to views and where it says render. We're going to open up our render window. And this would take a very long time, and I'm going to do two parts of this. First is I'll do a draft, as it says here, setting, which is the quality. I'm going to do a draft just to make sure what the materials on the outside, do they look okay? You know, just see how it generally looks. So we'll just go ahead and click that. And I am going to cut here and go to the finished product because it could take a little time to get there. Okay, we're back here. So you can see, number one, I just have a ground plane, almost looks like cork that the house is sitting on, and it's very pixelated. And that's just because we're not taking the time to have the computer really render out every little pixel in our picture here. It's a quick view here. Also, as you can see, like I said, I have some problem in where the ground is not really done correctly and it's into the stair. A lot of times I'll get the site plan from an engineer and I have to kind of interpret where contour lines are and such. And sometimes it looks better than others. But the idea here is we're giving an overall impression to the homeowner what the house looks like from the back part. Now let's look at it another way. I've reset it and we're going to make it best. Now that doesn't clear up. We're still going to have problems with the grade and such, but the views should be better. The detailing should be a little bit better, but this will also take a considerable amount of time. So let's see what it does. So we're back, and as you can see, we've got our rendering done. Took about 37 minutes to do it, but it's much different from the first draft rendering that we did. It does take a little time, but it gives a great view and allows that homeowner to see what the design's really going to look like, and we can change this view all the way around the property. As you can see here, I've did a few more renderings, and you can see the different views that I can give the homeowner. And have any questions, just drop us a line at the email below, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.